Hello and welcome everybody back to League of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Kebablord here, and this is Season 2 of Anno 1800. And yeah, as promised in the last episode, I did jump a little bit forward. So, for example, I, researched here everything, and that was taking an eternity. So I was basically like 8 hours jumping, and yeah, you can imagine if that would have been around 13 episodes of just waiting for research, and this just shows how much this game is not made for live streams and so on. But okay, now that we did the research and I also created some of the items, we are going for the next step, and that is establishing an industry island. So, and I've chosen this one here to be our main island for T1 and T2, maybe for a bit more, we will see. We already have oil here, we have the necessary fertility, so there's a lot of stuff that we can do. On a positive side effect, that will also reduce the amount of pollution that we have. So, that our people will be happier. And yeah, I'm still leaving this all on fastest game speed, so that we can, in the meantime, develop more items. Because everything else would simply take way too long. So, this here would also be quite a suitable island, but we are keeping here our little fur industry. And unfortunately, in the meantime, Bente did not upgrade. Apparently, she needs more islands, and those are all held by Karl, which is not so great. Oh yeah, and I also increased our popularity with Karl, so how about I'm being nice to him again.
Only a fastidious cove.
Yeah, I will get Chickersburg. And probably later also some of the old world islands. I mean, now we have influence, we have investors, so that must count as for something. And yeah, as you can see, Karl is also getting engineers on more and more islands. Even here in Kummersbach 2, which was his latest island that he actually settled on, so yeah, quite nice progress. Okay, so do we need building materials? Nope, we actually have quite a few.
Competitors are now at war.
Call that a storm.
Also, something else that I want to take care of is
Competitors are now
that one
at
here.
war. Ceasefire has ended.
Yeah, I already fixed that dear notification system that takes way too long to react to things.
Don't trust me? It's the other way around.
And also thanks to items I got a bit more of engineer workforce.
You gained an influence bonus.
Oh my god, we got an influence bonus. The cool thing is that thanks to a set that we have, or was it an effect of a palace, I don't know anymore, we get additional workforce for each of the town halls and trade unions that we have. Meaning that this helps us tremendously.
A bit of a coup securing their expertise.
Former Perforian Viz. Yeah, okay, so what else can we get? Trade union items. There we have her. Oh, so many items. I want to have all of these at least once.
Capital.
So, move that there. So that seems to work. Here here's also a bit of overlap again, so... I just want to make sure that we have town halls everywhere. So that we are prepared for the future. Good old Fallout tradition. I would love to have a proper Fallout city builder. It's also nice that we got now several post-apocalyptic city builders out there. I might even want to play one of them once they are out of the early access. So, now we got a bit more workforce available of everything, meaning we are allowed to also upgrade more houses, but that is entirely different matter.
Hold the crane. I hereby sentence you to you broke the key off in the lock.
I don't care, Eli. Yeah, here now I wish we had a search field. There's just too many fucking items. What were they thinking? Just way too much of everything. Okay, now let's check if there's something that is nice for us. Because we want to start with T1. Occasionally produces extra gold ore and oil, yeah. That is nice, but... I want to see what we can use. I would now filter by fisheries, by schnapps distilleries, and whatever. Affects animal farms, that would be nice. All production buildings, yeah, that is necessary. Affects all mines and quarries, so now we are looking for just for a right item, and that is now eating away our time.
I'm delighted to introduce our new colleague.
Yeah, that now has to wait. So, affects all production buildings, so that is a general thing. Animal farms again. All production buildings. All old world crop farms. That might be nice. The question is, does it produce enough potatoes that we don't need anything else anymore? That one might prove useful. Affects shops, distillery and brewery. Yeah, we don't really need that, at least not to that amount. So, and then there's something else that we might need.
Cargo boat at the ready.
So, time to get also Brother Hilarious now in here. So hopefully that should set the basics. Yeah, this is so much proof that more is not always better.
Better brainstorm it then.
Yeah, there are ruins in my cities. I know, I know.
A tiny something to keep you going.
Bente, it's so nice that you are gifting me so much
Needs
money.
family.
Who needs family? Obviously not you.
Defraud me of an entire...
Hmm?
More. Never look a gift donkey in the chops.
Oh yeah, that is again the part where I'm starting to lose motivation. I have to wait an eternity for research, despite me having more than enough engineer workforce. 10 minutes is simply too much. It's too fast to let you work on something else in the meantime, because 10 minutes in Anno 1800 are nothing. But it's also long enough to get you out of the flow. And also balancing wise, total bullshit. A person needs 20 minutes to refocus, so either do it 20 minutes or do it 1 minute. And I honestly would prefer 1 minute. And even if it means that I have to put like 20,000 engineer workforce into it, I'm totally fine with that. Hey, time to double the amount of oil that we are getting. Ooh, would you look at that? The numbers are rising. So as I said, I don't know for how long the series is going to be from here on, because that is, again, the least motivating late game I ever experienced in an Anno game. So this is going to be the agriculture. So let's check, what do we get here as an effect? Department of Labor sounds right. So, do we want less workforce consumption or do we want extra goods? Unless, of course, what we could also do is increase the range of our power plants. But on the other hand, we are now having here enough to supply 3 of them, plus other stuff, so... Well, I think that would work. The ingenious device is complete, yeah? Okay, so as I said, this is going to be the agricultural district. I need to be a bit careful about the range. So if we build it here, Then we can have here the production facilities. Especially playing Anno 2070 again just showed me how many faults Anno 1800 has. Unfortunately, as I said, I really want to like this game. On the other hand, we don't really need much workforce over here. That is just a bit of farmer workforce, so let's move it away here again. Because I was really having a blast with 1800 again. I cannot with Anno 2070 again. I cannot say it anything else. It's in my opinion still the second best Anno game out there. That should definitely give more than enough fuel supply for the tractors. I hope I'm also supplying them with, yeah, with steam motors.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Okay then. Let's build our trade union. Okay, maybe there's still something else for all the farms that we might have here. So again, this menu is also way too small. Again, the further you progress, the more you notice with the issues that the game has. It's just sad. There's no other word that I have for it. It's sad. Sad and unnecessary.
A check copy?
Now you also want something
I think we have it.
here.
Oh, yes.
You gained an influence bonus.
In the turn.
Research rating should be.
By the way, do we have anything special that we get here out of our
I'll do.
work clothes production? Shouldn't really be the case, right? Nope, not really. Okay then, but we are first going to start with a grain farm anyways. For obvious reasons. So, yeah, I don't need that tutorial.
Better than I predicted.
Yeah, fuck you, I don't need you. I actually deactivated tutorials in the game settings and the game is still doing that.
A farm? No fee. You're the example to us all.
Okay, let's see to how many percent we are now getting with that one. Because we should be quite well, yeah, we should be producing at 430%. That is what I call a good production. Also 48 oil per minute. That is some real good stuff. Okay. By the way, how much of that are we consuming here? 76? Wow. Okay. That is honestly a bit more than I expected. But let's start with the animal farms first. So we need here a bit of wool, 115. That is quite a lot. Yep, I will place the animal farms here. They should also have quite big production boost then.
I'm delighted to introduce our new colleague.
Actually, that one doesn't do much. Productivity plus 100%, but also needs twice the amount of modules, meaning we need half a building, so it's halving our workforce. But here that one would probably be a bit better. So that way we get another boost of 110%. Additional to the bonus from the silos. Oh, cool! It reset again.
Take time to calculate, of course.
So that should increase the amount of wool we are getting by quite a bit. That destroys a little bit of the plans that I had, but
What brings you
whatever.
here, Master?
The people celebrate your leadership.
So with that bit, we should now be producing 310 plus a little bonus that we are getting. So that bit is already enough for 21 wool. Oh, right, I totally forgot about that one.
You think you've outmaneuvered me?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did, because I have way more financial reserves than you. Carl. The question is, why am I even consuming that much wool? We are heavily overproducing work clothes. So there's that. Aside from that, now I wish I could see here which factories are consuming wool, but I guess that is also here our fur coat production. Yeah. Fur coats and work clothes.
I had no idea I was so prolific.
The non-aggression pact has ended.
Yeah, that is a good time to actually increase
Oh, yes.
how much he likes me.
It's working. I think we have it.
Oh, and it reset it again. So I have to reorder, and that, by the way, happens quite randomly.
The game is afoot.
Okay, so how much wool are we now producing? 50. How much are we consuming here again? 98. So I guess if we go here for 70 or something like that, we should be fine. Okay then, so... Also, I'm pretty sure that we are still producing more than enough grain. Yeah, we totally are.
You need a warehouse, you do.
Okay then. Maybe a bit more than 70, but... yeah, I think so far we are doing quite well here, and the rest should then be done via pigs and a bit of beef. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is definitely more than enough.
The people celebrate your leadership.
By the way, did I not have something else that here aids our little framework knitters? Occasionally produces ponchos and bowler hats. That is, for example, quite useful. Okay, so affects all production buildings, gives electricity. Yeah, that might prove useful at a later point.
It's working. I think we have it.
The epidemic spreads across your city.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. Let the people die if necessary. Affects all carpentry works and window makers. Occasionally produces extra wood veneers. Yeah, that might prove useful at some point. Affects all production buildings. Workforce needed 40%. Yeah, that is nice. Later we are also going for Taylor.
In one of your factories.
For fuck's sake. Here. Do you see that? Oh. Productivity. Explosion chance high. It was it. Oh. Right, before I slotted all these items, the chance was 0. Now it is very low.
Left buildings
So it is nice that you can now actually see the explosion chance. So now it is totally 0. It will never explode here, but it seems a bit weird that I have to build like 10 fire stations. And now I got again distracted from what I originally wanted to do. Oil power plant, coffee roaster, chocolate factory, schnapps distillery, slaughterhouse. Yeah, for slaughterhouse and stuff we are also going to use stuff later.
Not to ruffle your bow tie, but...
Rum distillery. So an advanced rum distillery, that is nice. More production for framework knitters. Affects fur dealers instead of its usual workforce for building.
Room to maneuver.
I guess at some point I will simply have to transport all items to over there.
Cargo stations.
And I guess I would do exactly that. Okay, so now we can work with electricity. So, and that one needs to be connected. So that the effect is working. Missing building materials, yeah? So now let's check how many work clothes did we need again? 36. Meaning we are going for roughly 50.
New orders. Begin the turn. Maneuver.
I know that some of these items are meant for Embessa, but I could transport them to over there at a later point. That will also be interesting, reworking the entirety of Embessa.
Any way the wind blows, eh?
Yeah, Samento, I don't care. I never wanted to help you. And in the meantime, we are going to anger Carl a little bit.
Another player has had their island seized.
You only have it because I let you have it.
Amazing, you know what to do with them all.
What entitlement could you possibly hope? You'll appreciate this.
Yeah, Carl, one day you will love me again. I'm sure of that. So, in the meantime, we got here a couple of ships ready.
Bring her around. Begin the turn.
How many items did Anno 2070 have again that you can research in the academy?
People celebrate your leadership.
Something down the line of 189, and those were already quite a lot to deal with.
They are patently not on the same footing.
So, for our framework
Competitors are
knitters.
now at war.
Yeah, now I have to do here a ceasefire again because Bente does the warmonger.
We need some perspective.
Ceasefire has ended.
Yeah, that is again something for all production buildings, all production
There's a
buildings.
better place for both of us. What rules were you playing?
Occasionally produces extra sales.
New orders. Carry her
We're in the
about.
presence of a virtuoso.
The game is afoot.
Yeah, the research now has to wait, my friend.
Churning water, Admiral.
Ollia reporting in. Bring her around.
Dum, 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 dum.
Have orders for it.
On our way.
Okay, so is there anything else that we could need for our framework knitters? I guess not. So that should work. Then I guess we can go here for electricity now.
The people celebrate your leadership.
So we are going to need that timber. So how many percent are framework knitters now producing?
Your city has grown more beautiful.
Yeah, can you please get oil? You are connected if I recall correctly, right?
The game is afoot. You have the cachet to attract.
Now, come on. Finally, electricity. So, now we should be running at 260%, having a processing time of 11 seconds. So, Crown Falls has a consumption of 36. Okay, so does that cover now everything? Yeah, it does.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Oh wait, now I need to check the numbers again. We don't need that one anymore. That would be number 11. So 11 work close. From here to there. Now I have also to scroll through way too small list. So again, interface. Really not the strength of this game. It has admittedly some very clever UX features, but other stuff is, I hate to say it, rather amateurish. And it triggers me twice, because I know that I did it better in the past. So this is not needed anymore. Meaning we can also get rid of a lot of our wool production. So you guys can go back. We need to collect more items. Oh, we are now also able to upgrade a few more. And that will only enhance further once we were able to get everything else. Especially our rum production. And again, and it even shows it is selected, but no, it's it is bugged.
Take time to calculate, of course.
But okay. I don't want to complain too much, and I know I am complaining way too much. Wow, those are definitely overloaded. So yeah, in the next episode we are going to focus on our schnapps production, so that we have T1 completed. And I will also try to put T2 into there. But I can't make too many promises, because as you have seen with all the items I spent so much time searching in menus, it might take a little longer than originally anticipated. But as I said, I will try. I will definitely be the focus of next episode. So, time to take a thumbnail. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode, even with my rambling and bickering and whatever. I mean, some of you are here just for that. Others don't enjoy it.
Ceasefire has ended.
Who would have surprised? You know what, Bente?
It's rare we leave any alive.
Revoke Alliance. Like seriously, she's always destroying my peace endeavors.
Ceasefire has ended.
And yeah, if you have any feedback or questions, put it down in the comments. But please, I can't stress it enough. For example, in this case with the New World Expedition,
Room to maneuver.
I am recording several episodes in a row, so the time is so the chance is very high that if you want to give me a tip, a hint, or whatever, that I already know that, and usually I then write it in a pinned comment. Please check if there are pinned comments or if any other people have already pointed it out. My inbox was exploding in regards of the New World Expedition, and I got so annoyed that I stopped reading comments altogether for a while, and we don't want that. I mean, people even took it so far to just contact me on Discord just to write me that, and I had like, dude, I got over 100 messages over that simple point. Think before you read, think before you write, and yeah, please check if that topic has already been mentioned. Please keep in mind, I don't watch any guides or whatever, I don't read them, I don't want that, I want to explore on my own. But if you have overall feedback, suggestions and so on, then that is okay, and I really appreciate reading those. And yeah, if you want to do that directly or simply discuss with me or the community, feel free to join our community Discord, for which you'll find an invitation link in the video description down below. And yeah, aside from that, if you want to get notified whenever a new episode is being uploaded, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that notifications are activated. And with that, I say goodbye and see you next time in Anno 1800. Bye bye.